Hello, good evening. Happy Sunday. How are you today? Sorry, we're just about 4 minutes late due to all my technical department. They are more into football and they're just rushing to actually set me up. So thank you so much. And thanks for, I'm not going to take your time today because I know today is so special and I needed to just come on here to appreciate the fathers. So all the fathers that are watching me, you can listen. You have the father that will be watching me later or the ones that are watching me now. I'm just saying happy Father's Day to you there. Thanks so much, Musun Akinfola Fakunda. Thanks for always coming on board. I appreciate you, my darling. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. I celebrate you. Today is another beautiful Sunday. I know you've actually treated my brothers out there to a wonderful day today. And I know most of them are actually in the front of the TV now, but we actually just come to celebrate them. And we're not going to waste time. Thank you for coming on board, Funke Showemimo. Thank you. My Akim Badamosi, thanks for coming on board. I appreciate you. And happy Father's Day to you. I'm sure you've had a nice time today. And I just want to appreciate all the men in my life, those the ones that my friends that are always encouraging, and also my husband, my father. Oh, thanks for coming on board, Toyi Adegbenro. Thank you. I just want to celebrate all the men that happy Father's Day. You will live to see your children's children. You will grow old in good health and in riches. I celebrate all of you. And a special thank you goes out there to my father, Reverend Isaiah Olufemi Bamiwodu. Thank you for giving birth to me. Thank you for the training I got from you. Thank you so much. The Lord keep you. You're old and God will continue to keep you too. Thank you so much. Thanks, Fumi Salami. Thank you. And a special thank you goes down there to my husband, Oluro Timolisho. I celebrate you. Thank you so much. And I'm not going to take our time today because I know most of the men, as I'm talking now, they're watching Brazil because it's Brazil versus Switzerland. So I know that they're watching, but we're still going to record. We're still going to celebrate there. Today is about Father's Day. If you have any question, if you have an addition, today what we're going to be talking about is just talking about the men in our lives and the men that we see. So, and also we're just going to be appreciate. If you want to, let's appreciate them more. But if the things, I'm not going to use the word condemn, but the things that we need, that they need to work on, we'll just actually tell them that too, because it's also like that on Mother's Day. As we said, anytime we celebrate Mother's Day, we appreciate mothers and we tell them the things that they still need to do more there too. So as I'm actually talking now, I'm on YouTube. So in case anything happens on Facebook, you can go and talk. You can go to Talk to Shola Relationship Talk Show on YouTube. I'll be there. And also, as I'm talking, I'm also on Instagram. And I want to just appreciate you. As you know, the name of the show is Talk to Shola Relationship Talk Show. We are here just to encourage married people, singles people, young adults. We are here to encourage everyone. It's not just about the men and it's not just about the women. It's about everyone together. We just want to encourage. We just want to see that families are getting it. We're not saying we are perfect too. We're just work in progress. Like, you know what I keep saying every time is that I just encourage. I just love just encouraging people. So it's not just about me at all. It's about all of us out there. And without you coming on board, I can't actually be saying it alone. Thanks so much to your Sade Banjo. Andrew Oil, thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you. Happy Father's Day. I'm sure you've had a wonderful time today. And today, because we're just going straight to the point, because I'm like, the men are like, we need to finish. We just want to watch the ball. Okay. And so I'll just quickly go straight to the point. We're talking about fathers. I know what just comes to our mind. We keep repeating it every time when we hear father, and we just want to appreciate the men today. I want to do more appreciation today. I don't want to condemn them, you understand? But like I said earlier on, the things that they need to do, we can just quickly chip in one or two things because they need to know more what they need to do. And let's appreciate them for what they've been doing. Osaswa, thanks so much for coming on board. If I don't call your name, like I always say, it's not that I don't appreciate you, but it's just that maybe somehow the names went so fast and I couldn't see you there. So I appreciate everyone and I say a big thank you to you. It's just something that I want to talk about, you know, we have fathers, they are fathers and they're also fathers. And we notice that every time we have fathers. Like, before I actually go ahead there, let me celebrate the fathers, let me celebrate the grandfathers, let me celebrate the great grandfather. which my father is. I celebrate you again, Daddy. And let me celebrate. You know, we have father figures. There are women that are actually doing everything as a man in the house, that their husband has actually gone. I celebrate you, my sisters. Don't give up. The Lord is your strength, and you continue to enjoy your children. So we're just going to say, okay, we're talking about fathers today. And why I just noticed that in developing countries, fathers are not close to their children. What's the reason? One of the things that actually comes to my mind is that maybe, oh, they're actually going out there, they're so busy, they're going to make ends meet, they're very busy, they don't have that much time to spend with their children. But we mothers that are there, that, you know, there's something we balance together. We do, maybe the man will do the 9 to 5, where the mom is a stay-home mom. So while we're actually there, while we do something, let's let the children know that their father has gone out, but it's not that it's just going out on his will. It's going out to bring food on the table for all the family. Let's encourage, let's say good things about our husbands to the children, so that we can train them, that they know. Maybe you're training your children, maybe your children are girls, you're training them to know that they need to respect and understand their husbands. I'm not saying when your husband is doing something that you don't like, you shouldn't say you don't like it. No, it's better you voice that. You know, that's my method. I keep saying that communication is very important in marriages. So while we're talking about fathers today, we're celebrating all the fathers in the house, and we appreciate you. We know it can be a bit overwhelming too sometimes, when you're like, you need to go to the office, you still need to do your fatherly role, you still need to do that. We appreciate you, but we just want you to keep doing the things you are doing that are good, and the one that you need to give to the one you need to make amendments. We'll appreciate you if you can do that. So if you are, oh, thanks for coming on board. Segi, thank you so much. Aggie, thanks for coming on board. I celebrate you, my sister. I know you, my sisters, are there now. You've given all your husbands a wonderful time today, because like I keep telling you, it's not too late. If you didn't give your husband any Father's Day gift, it's not too late. I keep telling you, it doesn't have to be something expensive. It can be something very little, and no matter how little it is, it's just the heart that says it. You can buy a card. If your husband is not together, if you're not together, maybe he's in another country, you can send like lovely text messages almost every 2 hours. Just be romantic. Let's enjoy it. You understand? It's not just about we today, it's about them today. While you are enjoying them, appreciate them. Let the children appreciate them too. Because there's something that I just realized, that we, the mothers, we keep doing everything. On Father's Day, we buy the gift. On birthday, we buy the gift. The children don't even know they're meant to buy. So if we have children that are really old, you know, like young adults, maybe from the ages of 14, I think it's good. Or you can even say 10. If they have a little pocket money, it's good for them to know that no matter how small it is, learn to appreciate your parents. Learn to appreciate your father any day. It might be you. Some people say they don't wait for Father's Day or their birthday before they do anything. But on Father's Day too, is so important. Let us celebrate them. It is not about us today. It is about the men. And also, there are women out there that are doing it all alone. I'm saying happy Father's Day to you. And there's another thing that I noticed, that children in developed world, like, they don't respect their fathers. I don't understand why. You know, sometimes I just sit down and I just think that, why can this be happening? Please, I'm not just talking alone. Everyone in the house, please, if you have any contribution to say, like, you know, I like that, and I said it's interactive. I will appreciate all your contribution in the house. So I'm just actually chipping in 1 or 2 things that I'm actually learning from there. So I just realized that what happened, I will tell you a bit of the story before I start telling you. The story of Father's Day actually started in 1901. Is a girl that actually said her mother ran away. Her mother was not there. So she was the only one. No, the father was the only one taking care of her. And she now said she wants to celebrate her Father's Day. And that happened in USA in 1901. And she was like, she's going to celebrate her father. She's going to create a day to celebrate her father. And her father's birthday happened to be June 19. And that is why you notice Father's Day is always between June 17 to June 19. And she even went to the extent that she wanted to be giving out roses to men. Just that, the way she actually loved her father. And since then, we've been celebrating father. And if you notice, it's just one day, and it's universal. You like women, we have Mother's Day. We have about 3 different Mother's Day. So today is just the main day for them. Let us celebrate them. Let us not appreciate them. Like I keep saying is that I noticed, like what I was saying before I actually told you the story about Father's Day. I just noticed that in developed countries, most children don't really respect their fathers, and they respect their mom. I think most of these issues, from what I'm just thinking, is that everything is actually the background, the respect. What is the mother feeding the children? You know, some of us, we actually when we get to the developed countries, some of us kind of miss it. We forget where we're coming from. You know, sometimes I know maybe the men, you expect them to do more. They're not doing more. But I'll just advise you out there. If you're a woman there, you're listening to me, and if there are men there listening to me, please, can we just correct the men, not in front of their children? You know, men, they want to keep their ego. Why don't you go inside that room when you're in that room and really tell him the way you feel about what happened during lunchtime, or about what happened when you're in the car? Let's give them that respect, because it actually happens. If you don't give them that respect, there's no way their children is going to respect them. And what I notice, and what happens nowadays, that is just a chain. If you don't respect your father, automatically when you give back, it's going to happen that way too. No matter how lovely you want to be, it just happen like that. So let's just give them that respect they deserve. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, when you need to correct them, please don't correct them in front of maybe a guest or maybe a visitor or any outsider. Just go inside that room or in the living room, or just both of you talk together as couple and do the correction. And I'm telling you, your husband is actually going to appreciate you more. So that is men just like that ego. You know, sometimes you just wonder, there are some things you've actually joked about in the house and you just laugh, and you want to make that joke again in front of his friends on his son of children. You'll be surprised. He's going to be really annoyed, and I'm going to be, and you'll be wondering, after all, we still joked about it some days ago. You can joke about it some days ago, just between you guys. But when it's actually with another third party, they don't want it. So let's just keep respecting them. When you need to say something you don't like, say it just one-on-one. And I want to just go out there, the fathers that are listening to me, or after your match, you can still listen and you can still watch it. Why don't you do something? Why don't you show more love? Thanks for coming on board, Abimbola Kadoso. Thank you. Why don't we show more love? Engineer Grace, thanks for coming on board. Why don't we show more love to those children? You know, there are some men, they've actually we've neglected the children. It's just that, oh, it's all about mothers. Oh, just go and meet your mom. Your mom will do this. When it's time to shopping, your mom will do this. And some of you even have boys that are, you have boys out there, and you're still expecting the mothers to still go out to shop with those male boys. We're not here to condemn you, but we're just here to say you're doing well, but the little bit that you need to step up on the game, please do more. Men, we appreciate you. We love you. We know without you, we cannot be who we are. Thank you so much for being a good father. Thank you so much for all what you do for the children, for us, wives, and for even extended family. We celebrate you, but we just want to tell you that we need more attention at home. We know a lot of men are so busy. They do a lot of things every time. Maybe some men, I know some men in some developed countries, they do 2 jobs. Some even do 3 jobs. So we encourage us as wives. Let us tell them to reduce the hours. There's a way we can actually help them too, because we don't want them to grow older, and we don't want them to die. Because we just realize what is happening nowadays is that they have pressure. And because men don't talk, that's the issue. They don't voice out. It's just like men that are being abused. They don't talk. They find it very shameful for them to just come to their friends and start saying, can you imagine? Oh, Fumi has actually been beating me. Tokpa has been beating me. Can you imagine that? They can't say that. But you know, with us, it's easier. You can just say, oh, can you imagine what happened, Kemi? Can you imagine what Rotimi has been doing? You know, you can just say that. But with men don't actually come out to talk. So because they don't come out to talk, women, let us kind of encourage them. Let us show them love. Don't let us put them under pressure. You understand? So that they can be your friend, they can talk to you. Let them appreciate the little they are doing. And if you need to tell them to do more, you know, like I keep telling you that I am a person that I just talk. I just love it. I love communication. If something you're doing, if I actually put on something, even if it doesn't say you're looking nice, I'm still selling. And you know, understand? I'll say, oh, how come you didn't compliment me? I'm looking nice today. You didn't say anything. So there's some things you don't like. Why don't you do something? Why don't you say it out. It's better than keeping quiet. Men are the ones, they keep quiet, but you know, sometimes you can bring that words out of their mouth. You can actually talk to them. You can let them realize that it's all about them. You understand? But you know what I want to tell you now? I'm just praising them today. I know there's some things they need to do too. They need to work harder on some things. And those things, because like I noticed something is that this show is just about we suggesting things. We can't really advise, because what is actually working in your marriage is different from what is working in my marriage. You understand? To God be the glory. I've married for the past 19 and a half years now, but what is working in my home is different from what we're working in somebody that is just getting married, or want somebody that's been married 30 years ago. So we just kind of compare notes. So if there's anything that you want your men to improve on, after appreciating them, tell them that. Don't give them the negative side before the positive side. So let's just appreciate them more. And it's football time now. It's World Cup. Why don't you watch the cup? Why don't you watch the football with them? Let's do things together as women. Let's do, and you know, the children, like I keep saying, that the children are actually looking at us. Let us encourage them. Let's encourage the men. I know I'm actually talking because it's Father's Day today. So everything I'm saying is just about fathers. So the fathers out there that you know you've not been doing so much, you've not been doing so well. And you're like, oh, you keep going home. You don't even know your children's birthday. You don't remember. Let me tell you a little secret that you can do. Why don't you get a paper and just write all the dates down and put it in your wallet, or set a reminder. Thank God for the technology nowadays. Why don't you set a reminder and put it on your phone, and you start even making noise like 2 weeks before the birthday. You know, those kind of things actually get children excited. So don't let's say it's just the mom will take care of it. Oh, the mom will do everything. I know the mom will do everything, but what are we doing to our home? We are home. Let us make that impact at home. You know, there are some fathers that they're just at home. They're not even contributing to anything. I'm not even talking about the financial now. They're not contributing to the well-being of the children. So we women don't talk them out. You know what we need to do? After you appreciate him, just appreciate him. Oh, thanks, darling, for what you're doing. But it would have been really nice, darling. You remember Fumi's birthday is in 2 days' time. Why don't we go anywhere? Look for a way to celebrate with your family. Men, please, because you are the head of the home. Why don't you do something from now, from today? Let's make it a point of duty to have a family outing together. It doesn't, like I keep saying, it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be somewhere big that you have to go. Make it, no matter how small it is, I'm sure your wife is going to appreciate it. And no matter how small it is, I'm sure your children out there, they're going to appreciate it, because it's coming from you. And because you're the kind of person that you don't even have that time. You're always working 3 jobs. Remember that you need to enjoy too. So why don't you relax and say, oh, today I'm just going to have time. Today I'm just going to have fun. This weekend I'm not going anywhere. It's just going to be myself and the children. And there's some men, you come home late. You understand? You come home around 11, very late in the night, and we keep saying it's about traffic. We appreciate what you're doing. We know you're coming back from work. And remember, your wife, she's waiting. She's just waiting all alone. She just wants to give you that cuddle. You know, sometimes when you're so much in love and you want to give that cuddle and you're not getting it, it can actually turn to something else. Some people can even make it turn to hatred. So why don't we do something from today? Why don't you try all those extra meetings that you have after your 9 to 5 and you have another job, something you need to do? Why don't you talk with your wife on how you can do something, how you can work it out? Even your children, let your children know. Because what is happening nowadays is that most fathers are there working. They're not explaining to their children. The children don't even know you are doing that because of them. And at the end of the day, the children are actually appreciating the mothers more, because mothers are always at home. So why don't you tell your children what you're doing? This is actually all for you. That I'm actually planning to go for holiday. We are planning to go on a family holiday, and I need to do this particular work because of you. So let's talk. Let's talk as a family. Let's have a family time. Like what I do, I'll just take myself an example. We have a family time once in a month. We just come together and we just say what we don't like and what we appreciate about one another. We say what we don't like about someone, and we say what we appreciate. And with that, we actually say what we want the person to change. So like that, it gives you that cordiality and that closeness with your children. You'll be able to hear their voice. Because I just realized most children, they grow up bitter because they can't talk to their father. Because, you know, from when we're growing up, you dare not reply your father. And, you know, some people are still living in that world too. We don't reply them. But let us be able to listen to our children. Fathers, I know you are the head, but I don't think the child is being rude by coming to just say something that, daddy, I think we should do it this way. Let's hear their opinion. Let's hear their opinion. Thanks for everyone that you're really watching. I'm not actually giving you a lecture. I just want any contribution in the house. If you have one or two things to say, feel free to actually just pop in anything. And even after the show, if you still want to come, if you still want to write, you can still write any comment. And like I'm actually talking now, I'm on YouTube. Don't forget to actually like our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. And also I'm on Instagram now, and I'm talking on Facebook live stream. So what we can do, we can actually share with our family and friends. We might be saving a home, like I said. And like I promised you, I said I'm not going to take your time today, because I just want to take just about half an hour, which is 30 minutes, because I know most men there, they're watching Brazil versus Switzerland, and it's such a shame yesterday that Nigerian lost, but it's one of those things anyway. So we might do better on the 26th of June. So fingers crossed, we'll win the World Cup. So men out there, we celebrate you, we appreciate you for what you're doing, and we just say thank you for being a good father. And if you know that you still need to do more, please do more too. Do more to your family. Do more for your family, rather. Do more for your children. They are waiting for you. The example you're giving your children? Thanks for coming on board, Ayotunde. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Olabisi Awolawe. Thanks for coming on board. Tunde Shoreti. Thanks for coming on board. And we just want to say thank you so much for all the men that you even have the time, because I know as they're playing football, you're still coming, you're listening to me. Thank you so much. If you have one or two things, you can just contribute to what I've actually said today. We're just celebrating the fathers. We appreciate you, fathers. And to all the women there, the single women that are doing it all alone, my sisters, you're doing so well. And the Lord is not going to leave you. The Lord will uphold you. You will eat the fruits of your labor. And to the fathers in the house, the Lord will keep you safe. You will enjoy your children. Your children will always make you proud. Remember that we need to take care of those children when they are young, so that in our old age, they can take care of us. Have that bonding, have that connection with them. Don't just neglect them. God actually gave you because God knows that you'll be able to take care of them. So today, if you're not going on with anything, go home with a good bonding, a good family bonding. Have a meeting like once in a month. Come together. Let your mom, let your daughter or your son be able to say something about you that you need to change, or something you're doing that is good. And you also, everybody should just talk about one another. So I just want to appreciate the fathers in the house. I celebrate my daddy. I celebrate my husband, my sons. I celebrate you. I thank you so much. All my friends out there listening to me, thank you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you to old age. We're going to meet again next Sunday at 7 p.m. I hope there's not going to be any match next Sunday, because today we actually had a special guest, but because of the football, and I know we won't have men out there to talk, so we actually changed it that we'll bring the special guest some other time. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, let's hit the share button. Let's share to our families and friends. The Lord is going to keep us next Sunday. I'm going to see you next Sunday by God's grace. And thank you so much for watching. And if you've not given your husband or your father any gift, it's not too late to do that. Go out there, run to that supermarket, run to that mall, get him something, and just say, I appreciate you. And if it's too late, wherever you are, part of the country that you can't go out, just give him a good kiss and just say, darling, I love you, I celebrate you. And tell him the things that he needs to do after appreciating him, what he's been doing. So thank you so much. I'm going to see you next Sunday. Don't forget, on Talk to Aunty Shola Relationship Talk Show. Keep loving. We'll see you next Sunday. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.